Well, we know we have a player that we can go to. That's he's a proven player down the stretch. He makes those type of plays, and that's always good because the other players can play off of a guy like that, and that's what our guys are doing. We try to put BJ in those positions where he can make plays for himself, for his teammates down the stretch. And like I said, we love that. He loves being in that position. And of course, tonight was a night he really did a good job. He came up big for us. He was very efficient. I was more happy for what you just said right there because I know how it is. He's probably through his 4th or 5th game now, and that's tough. He's still getting his wind. He's still getting his timing. Still getting his chemistry with his teammates. So while all that's going on, I expect some inconsistencies in his play right now. It'll start to smooth out, and hopefully this is just the beginning of that because he's kind of been going through that the last few games. And but the more he gets practice time in, the more he can get some actual game time, he's going to continue to get better. And so what you're seeing right now is hopefully what we'll start to see more consistently as the year goes on. Well, our chemistry is getting better. Guys are starting to understand how we have to play to be successful now. And so we've had to kind of, like I said, tweak what we were doing, at the beginning of the season, both offensively and defensively. And but our guys are adjusting. They're starting to understand what we want. And I thought they did a great job, especially coming down the stretch of the game. I thought, that last 5-6 minutes, I thought execution was really, really, good. And our guys got the things we wanted. And I thought on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, we did that. Well, we have to be committed to crashing. I was a little disappointed in our last outing. We lost the rebound battle by 10. And that's not like us. And that's with Taco, without Taco. We have to be a team that's going to battle for rebounds. And so we challenged them, and I thought they came out, they responded tonight. I think everybody did a little bit more. We talked about not one person taking on that role, not Chad or not Rokas. We're going to need everybody, being a little bit better. If everybody does a little bit more, gets 1 or 2 more, all of a sudden we still have a really good rebounding team. And I think that's what you saw tonight. I don't know, he's speaking in another language. I didn't calculate. He may have been just talking to me the way I see it, but I'm not sure what he said because I couldn't hear him. I don't know what he said. But we had that discussion prior to the game, and not to get distracted, not to talk back, just talk to our teammates. So I got on him a little bit about that because no matter what was being said, whichever way it was going, we were supposed to just talk to us. And so that was a big play. That ended up being a 5-point swing. So those are dangerous. We had a nice lead and we were building momentum, and all of a sudden you give away 5 points in less than 30 seconds. That's tough to swallow. So we're going to learn from that tomorrow when we watch film. I'm challenging them all the time. We're doing a number of different things with them at the free throw line as far as how we approach our practices. And I think it's all going to end up working out. They're going to have a night where it starts to click. I've seen it happen before because they all are good enough shooters where we can be more consistent from the line. And when that happens, we make another big jump as a team. That's why I think there's a lot more in our tank as a team because these are the things that we're leaving on the table night in and night out. As we start to clean that up, I just think we become a better overall team. So we're going to keep working on them. Tomorrow we'll be back at it again. And like I said, then it clicks. It becomes contagious. Once it starts to become contagious, you will see a shoot kind of level I think we should be shooting at, which is 72, 74, somewhere in there we should be at that, as a team, and we'll get there. Absolutely. They jumped out on us fast, up in UConn. I thought tonight was more of a, it was a slugfest early on. I thought both teams were just really digging in defensively. I thought we had some good looks that we didn't knock down, but it's early. Missed a couple good ones, I thought, but that's part of the game. And the main thing is we had to keep our defenses constant, and we did that. And then when we started making shots, then everything kind of fell in place. Well, what we wanted to do tonight was we wanted to try to just really limit the touches and opportunities for some of their better players, which is, like Jalen Adams and Vital on the perimeter. And I thought our guys did a really good job also of paying attention to detail. I thought we did a better job tonight of, recognizing, where these guys are more often, not losing them in the half court so they can find open shots or easier drives. I thought our focus for 40 minutes was better than it was when we were up in UConn. Well, I'm a cup half full guy, not half empty. I believe that, our best basketball is still ahead of us this season. We have 9 regular season games remaining. We have 9 great opportunities. And we're going to try to max them out, and that's how we talk, as a staff to our team. We believe in our guys, they believe in us, and we're going to go out and compete every night and see what can happen. Expectations, I haven't seen Houston play. I've watched teams that they've played against because I was studying that opponent. I don't know very much about Houston other than the fact they have a number of new players. I know Gray is just Rob Gray is one of the best players in our conference, one of the best scorers in the conference and in the country, and that's pretty much what I know about them. So I won't get a good feel for them until I leave here tonight and we start studying the tapes and find out more about them. But I know Kelvin does a great job with his team. They play hard, they play tough, and they're having a really good year. Well, I think it's important for us to guard our home court. I think whenever you're trying to build a great tradition and trying to establish a certain culture, with the program, I think it starts at home first. I mean, you have to make sure that you take care of home. That's why I was so excited. I mean, our student section was filled, and it was a great crowd in the stands. I mean, it's going to take a team effort, and team is not my players. It's going to take this community. You heard me say that last year, and that's going to be important to fill that arena because that gives us, the energy. It's also intimidating to the other teams. Those programs you see having that type of success at home, it's not just those players, believe me. I was in that situation as a player. It's everyone taking ownership. And as we start to get more of that, I think the more consistent we'll be, when we're home and playing for everyone in our hometown in Orlando. We're hoping to get our scores up. Like I said before, we still have a lot. We're leaving a lot on the table offensively, to me. And that's one of the areas, as much as we've talked about what we're doing defensively, offensively we're leaving too many points on the table. And we have to do a better job of be more effective offensively in taking advantage of those opportunities, whether it's free throws, whether it's easy opportunities that we get in the half court. We have to be more consistent with those. And as we do, and we will, before this year's out, we will. I'm just confident in our guys. You'll see our scores continue to increase. Yeah, I was real happy. One more than I would like to have, but I thought that's also trending in the right direction. I think we've been getting better in that area, recently anyway, which is a good thing. And now we just need to get that assist total up and keep that turnover, number that or lower, and I think we'll be heading in the right direction. I thought we managed the game fairly well. I mean, we played the game the way we wanted to play it. They want to get up and down, and we don't mind running. People, I think it's deceptive. We get out and get easy baskets in transition, but we're opportunistic. There's certain times that we want to do that, and others we want to come down and set it up. But we don't mind running, that's for sure, and especially now that we have Chance back in our lineup, that gives us more depth on the perimeter. I'm not worried about the minutes that our guys are playing now. Today was a great day, good example of that. I think the highest minute total was Dayon with 35. I think the next was 33, and everyone else was in the 20s. So that when we have that type of numbers, I know our guys can go out there and they can play without pacing themselves, which is a good thing, and we can play at a high tempo and with more energy.